Hello everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing Nancy Finch Nan Talks. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. Well, today this talk is number 41 and it is all about orange juice. Now you think, what is that about? Well, I'm going to tell you a story first, actually, before I start, because then you'll get the whole gist of it. And if you think about this, if you've got any oranges at home, then just remember this is about what's inside the orange, okay? So, first of all, we're going to start with a Wayne Dyer story, the lovely Wayne Dyer. He told a story a long time ago. I don't know where he got it from, but I've got this story and I use it in a different kind of way. So I identify with the story, but I've got a tool, an emotional tool that goes with this that helps you to expand upon that and to give yourself the best chance to clean up some of your so-called orange juice. Excuse me. So first of all, I want you to imagine you've got an orange and you're going to squeeze it, okay? Now, no matter what you do, there's always going to be orange juice inside because that's what's inside. So no matter how hard you squeeze it, it's always orange juice. That's it. Well, if you take that metaphor up to yourself, it doesn't matter who squeezes a reaction out of us. Whoever puts that pressure on, or that situation has put that pressure on us, it doesn't matter who or what does that. It really isn't he, she, that or they that have caused it. To cause that feeling, cause that reaction, is just squeezed a reaction out of us that we already had laying dormant inside of us. Now that's something to think about. If he or she has made you angry, if there's been an issue with some reaction, some sadness, some anger, some negative thing you feel, you think, I don't like this feeling, you're probably thinking it's their fault. Or if that was better, that wouldn't happen. Or if that person didn't do that, I wouldn't feel this. But what is actually happening is that it's squeezing out what was already in there, that's been in there dormant from some other experience you've had before. Okay? You squeeze that orange and that's what you're going to get. It's orange juice. The idea is, and how I use this story, how I use this to actually work with myself and other people have too, is to think, what am I feeling from that situation or that person? What have they made me feel? Okay, she made me angry, she made me sad, or he made me unhappy. Whatever you're getting, it's a really good opportunity for you to identify objectively, what are you getting from that situation? What do you need to give yourself? What do you need to work on within yourself? Okay? Because if you think, okay, they're going to get better, I won't feel that anymore, that isn't quite true. There'll be another situation that stimulates something else that will feel just like it. And you'll find that a pattern happens over a period of time. So you need to sort of be aware of that so you can change it. Sorry. So what can we give ourselves when we get a feeling that someone has given us something uncomfortable to deal with? Well, recognize it. It might be that you don't feel respected, or you don't feel valued, or you don't feel loved or appreciated, or whatever it is you're feeling you're not getting. That is your opportunity to give it to yourself, to feel that you deserve those things, because somewhere on the inside of you, past experiences and your own view of yourself can distort that sort of what you're taking into your life, what you're attracting into your life, in your reality. It can distort that. It can make it so you're having a harder time. And we don't want that, do we? No. So basically, we're giving ourselves what we're not getting from he, she, they, or that. It might be honour. Perhaps you're working at a place that you don't feel honoured. And you're thinking, well, that's not a nice feeling. I'm being taken for granted. No one cares, Then give yourself that honour. Give yourself what they are squeezing out of you. That reaction to not having something, recognize it as a chance to clean up your orange juice. What can I give myself? And it might just be boundaries. It might be something you're really needing to work on. It might just be that you need to take more time off, or you need to value yourself in some way that they're not. If someone's not being honest with you, maybe that's a good opportunity for you to say, well, I'm feeling that I'm not having honesty in my life. I'm going to imagine that I'm just surrounded by people that are honest, and I'm going to be honest with myself. How do I feel? What do I need? And quite often we're not honest with ourselves. So we don't realise it until someone else is dishonest towards us. And do you know what? Everything on the outside is a mirror of what you're feeling on the inside. Okay? The law of attraction will bring situations and people into your life so you can have a chance to experience that feeling, to change it. And you want to change it. You don't want to be stuck with it. So what feelings do you have? Who squeezes your orange juice? And it's a good, as I say, analogy, because then you can think, well, he made me feel this. What am I not getting? Okay, I'll give it to me, or I'll work a way around it so I'm not experiencing that anymore. Another sense of value. You know, there are two of my talks that go really nicely with this, that reinforce them. You know, the things I've been talking about. These two talks are a bit like having extra links in a chain, and they all knit together and they reinforce each other beautifully. And the first one is the 3 V's, number 3 of my talk. If you go onto my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, then you can pick that one up to look at it and have a listen to how you can use the 3 V's. And if those people that are watching that have been on that one already, they'll remember it's I value me, I validate me, I very much love me. And you can say he, she, they do as well, because that way you'll be kind of using the law of attraction and calming your own sort of emotions down by saying it. And it's really good for your everything, really. 3 V's is good. And also be your own cake, number 19 is a good one. That teaches you how to give yourself what you're not getting, what you're craving for from another person. Okay, so if you think, well, when that person makes me happy when they do this or that, and they're not doing it, then you're feeling unhappy for being starved of that attention or whatever you're getting from that person. So give it to yourself. Buy your own flowers, or take yourself for a meal, or take yourself for a nice walk, or just be kind to you. You know, be nice to you, listen to you maybe. What were you missing about another person, or what do you feel that you need that you're not getting? That's a really good way of getting it. So be your own cake, number 19 is a good one. And the 3 V's, and that goes nicely with orange juice story today. So who squeezes your orange juice? Is it family? Well, most families have someone in their family that is squeezing a reaction out of them. Oh, they always do that and they make me feel this. Well, what are you missing? What are they not giving you? And what can you give yourself? You know, there's a way of just turning that around so you're not kind of feeling, you know, you don't have to be brought down by that feeling. Recognize it, but don't bring yourself down by it. It's not working for you, because physically what it will do, if you allow someone to take you down in that way, you're kind of affecting, as I say, orange, you're affecting this area. This area is part of your hormones, okay, these two here. And so this area here will start to be a little bit imbalanced, or less energy in that area. You won't feel the best you can be if you're suffering someone's feelings that they've given to you, they've offloaded, it's your fault, you're doing this, you know. It's quite funny, really, because you'll take those on because we want to change it, we want to make a better relationship, or so we tend to take on what people say, you know, we are doing. You made me feel. Well, in actual fact, I'm going to tell you, I had a discussion with one of my family. Actually, it was my darling son when he was very much younger. He was about 14, I think. And I remember, he knows about the orange juice story, and I remember sort of saying to him, because he said, oh, you make me feel this. And I went, no, I don't. I said, it's your orange juice. He went, no, it's your orange juice. No, it's your orange juice. And we had a real giggle about it. But we squeeze each other's orange juice all the time, you know, and we don't realise it. But you're not responsible. If someone says to you, oh, you made me feel this, and you're thinking, oh, no, I didn't mean to. But you see, if you didn't mean to, then whose orange juice is it? It's theirs. They had something inside themselves that is telling them that you made them feel that way, that they've had that experience before. So they're going, oh, she made, or, you know, that I'm responsible. They're trying to put the responsibility onto me or to you, see? So next time a family member says, you made me feel, and you didn't mean that to happen, they're taking it that way, then it's their orange juice, okay? And it's a nice way of not taking it personally yourself when you realise, bless them, that they've got stuff they've been holding on inside themselves for such a long time. And they don't know it until someone squeezes their orange juice. And then suddenly they get this, feeling come back again. And whatever that feeling might be. You might find there's a pattern of perhaps anger you feel, or disappointment, or sad. It's still orange juice. It's still something that's squeezing it out, you know. A stimulus making you feel that way, squeezing you when it was laying dormant for so long. And we accumulate this stuff as we go through life, of course. So I always like it when I have a reaction, and it might be any negative reaction you might have. It could be anything. If you have anger, fear, oh, that's a good one, yeah, fear, jealousy, anything, that's your orange juice. If you have those feelings, think, oh, why am I feeling that? I know I'm going to give myself the support I need. Maybe you just need reassurance, and maybe you can give that to yourself. And ironically, by the law of attraction, you're going to have more of that come to you because you're experiencing that from yourself to yourself, and you're cleaning up your orange juice. Or it might be that when you realize you're not getting something from someone, that's it. I don't want to entertain this anymore. I maybe not, you may decide to leave that situation or person. You might do something to change how you're being treated. That's another way of using the orange juice. It's a good way of measuring how you feel and what you deserve from that. You're being objective, and you realize if someone else is reacting against you, it's not, you haven't made that happen. It's theirs. It's a nice way of looking at it. So yeah, we've got to clean up our orange juice. So families can cause that. Friends can cause that. You can look at a friend and go, oh, I thought that friend was much better, and they're being horrible to me or whatever. And people have nice friends and good, friends of all different levels of intimacy and care. And you might think, well, I expected a bit more from that friend. Well, that might be disappointment that you're feeling then, or that person's made me feel. And then when you get that, you think, oh, okay, I'm going to comfort myself. So think of yourself as a child being comforted from that feeling, not the person, what they've done. They're just the thing that's caused that feeling. Well, you think they are, but they've just stirred it up. They've squeezed you. Thank goodness for that. We need to be developing our soul in a healthy way. We need to experience things to grow, to expand ourselves, our spiritual self. And we need that experience to work through so we can then be better. We can be cleaner. And once you're cleaner, you won't have so many issues that you attract into your life in the first place, which is really cool. So I've written myself a little note here. Yeah, I think I've basically covered it without even looking at it. Yeah, be your own cake. It's about time we actually, it goes with it so beautifully. It's about time we started looking at our own needs as well. So many of us are looking at people around us, our family, our friends, people that we value, and we make sure they're okay. But do you ever make sure you're okay? And quite a lot of the time, people will take something that's going on around them and they think, well, okay, that hurt me and that didn't make me feel good, but I'm just going to swallow it and ignore it. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to even pay attention to it. And what they've done is just devalued themselves by not recognizing what needs to be changed in the first place that hurt them or made them uncomfortable. And secondly, by the law of attraction, because they've just accepted it to be okay, I won't do anything, I won't make a fuss, they might think. They're actually attracting more of that. And it just pushes down their self-worth, if you like. And that's why we have a hormone imbalance when we don't do that. And that's why I'm always given the 3 V's, for instance, and this, we're giving out this one as well, to balance those hormones, those 2 areas. And so another thing I want to say is that if you don't address those feelings that you're feeling and you put them to one side, or you react and think you're justified in that reaction of being angry or whatever that negative reaction might be, of course you're justified. But it's not helping you, and it's not going to help the situation. It's not going to help by the law of attraction. You're going to have more of it. But the biggest point is you're not going to get the opportunity to change your orange juice. I always think it's a great thing when someone squeezes your orange juice, because then you have to do something about it. You have to take that feeling and transform it into something you want. So I'm not getting that. I'm giving it to myself. I deserve that. Now, whether it's just giving it to yourself or walking away from that situation, at least you've been able to do something to make you better, happier. So I hope you've liked that. Some of you like the idea of using this exercise. It does the trick. It works. I love it. And when I teach my clients, they're always going, oh, no one's squeezing my orange juice. I'm cleaning up, Well, it's up to you if you use it, but I hope you do, because it is a very good one to remember. And as I say, we are in control of how we react. We're not, we can be a master of our feelings, not a victim of them. And then once we recognize our feelings and step back just a little bit to analyze what we're not getting. What could we do more with? I need that. Okay, validate your feelings. Validate them. Love yourself enough so you can say, right, I deserve what I want from this. I don't deserve this. Okay, so your orange juice is giving you a chance to say, I've always had this feeling that I've never felt valued here or respected here in my life. And then you're giving it to yourself and changing your life. As soon as you give it to yourself, it changes you. And it helps to, as I say, what you attract into your life. So do that. And also, if you want to listen to the 3 V's and be your own cake, well, then you've got a whole recipe, a recipe of 3 things that you can use to make you happy. And the great thing is, as I say, being objective about what people do to you, how they make you feel, just standing back. It's not okay when people make you feel bad. Not at all. I'm not saying that, but I am saying let's use it. What are they giving us? They're making us, they might not even know they've done it. That's the funny thing. They don't know sometimes. People don't know they've hurt another person. They just do what they feel comfortable doing. And if we take offense to it, then it's our orange juice. We've got to sort it out. It might not be personal. It might just be something they've done, and they don't realize they're doing. Okay, so, and the same the other way around, as I say, you can hurt somebody's feelings without realizing it. Well, it's not really you, it's they're taking the hurt because the orange juice has always been there. So I think I've covered it from every angle here, that you might be able to just use this concept and think, okay, what can I give myself? What's missing here? Not taking the hurt, but to realize whatever that negative is, to realize you can use it instead. It's very empowering for you. You just have to realize that another person is being stirred up by something they've already had laying dormant. And I'm being stirred up for the same reason. They've had things going on in their lives, and so have I. 2 people can mean well. It happens a lot in relationships. They can mean well, but they stir each other's orange juice. They squeeze it. And then suddenly those past feelings come up to the surface, and you realize quite often through a nice little chat that nobody meant anything. It was just what they were feeling for many years. What a great opportunity. You can clean it up and be better for each other. You see? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I am doing another talk next week. It's going to be about soulmate connection. Oh, what a lovely exercise. We're going to do something physical with that to sort of bring your hands together and imagine 2 soulmates. Lovely. And I'll show you why and how that's so good for you. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe and share with your friends as well, because that can help them. And it does have an effect. When you are using the orange juice exercise I've got, it will have an effect on this area here and also this area. So I help people balance their hormones a little bit, and that helps your mood, it helps your vibe you give out. It's a win-win really, isn't it? So thank you for listening. I hope you tune in again, and as I say, please share this and join me if you want to on a Monday on Facebook at 12 o'clock for a little informal tea with Nan, and I talk about my talks and how they can help you. It's all going to be about memory loss and foggy thinking for next Monday. But you'll catch them on my website if you don't catch them live, okay? So I hope you will stay well. Keep your emotional balloon high. Don't allow anyone or anything to bring you down. You have got a choice. And all you have to do is use one of my tools. Be objective. Think, what can I give myself? What's missing? And be interested as to what you've been storing in there for so long. Whether they meant it or not, it's something you've drawn to you to grow on a soul level. So it's a namaste moment for everybody here. Lots of love to everyone. And I hope to see you again next week. So take care. Lots of love. Bye, guys. Bye.